I think labels can be dangerous because if you label your something as something negative, right? I feel like it's second nature to adhere to that label. Like if you say, "Oh, I'm bad at this," or "I'm a person who sucks at this," then you're like conforming to it. Like, yeah, you could suck at something, but then you don't have to make it your identity. Like, of course, ultimately, the things you do uh influence your identity, but you don't just because something happens doesn't mean you are a person who chronically does that thing. Like, if you're, you know, if you drop, if you drop, if you're clumsy and you drop things every once in a while, you're a clumsy person, yes, but I feel like that's fixable. I don't know. Like maybe it's true. I just proved myself wrong. Maybe okay, labels are true, but sometimes when you just call yourself a label and let's tie it back to identity, make it your identity, then I think it could be harmful at times. Like if you say I can't do this cuz I'm a lazy person. Like if you define yourself as a lazy person, you're just going to do lazy shit. You're like, "Oh, well, I'm lazy, so I'll do that. I'm just not going to do that anyways cuz I'm just a lazy person. I can't fix anything." You're just being incompetent on purpose cuz it's easy. Like you're using your laziness as an excuse to be incompetent. Like no, everyone's lazy every once in a while. Just because you're lazy once or twice doesn't mean you're a fucking lazy person forever. you know, like people change. We're malleable. like nothing is set in stone. I mean, of course there are some things that are more set in stone than others. Things that you've been doing since childhood or since your childhood, right? But it's just like I don't know. Uh, I feel like calling yourself a lazy person is just like it's not the smartest thing you could do. It feels like an easy way to continue being lazy, and and then it just looks like you're making an excuse to be more lazy. You're not actually trying. Um, like yes, you can have fried dopamine receptors and also have ADHD and have all the things that can make you a more lazy person. But if you just adhere to that and be like, well, there's nothing I could do, I feel like that's not like a smart way to handle things. Um, I don't know. But in some ways, labels can be nice. It helps us identify things about ourselves or about other people. It helps us understand things. Um, like everything, there's two sides. There's two sides to everything. It's not like labels are always bad. But yeah, if you see the point I'm trying to make, I don't know. But let's go back to the clumsy thing because I kind of proved myself wrong. I was just like, well, if you're clumsy once, then I guess just because you're clumsy once doesn't mean you're clumsy all the time. But if you're clumsy all, I don't know. If you're a clumsy person, then you're a fucking clumsy person. But if you just if you if you're like a public nuisance and you'll be like, oh, well, I'm clumsy, so I'm just a clumsy guy. Clumsiness is just coordination. Like you can fix coordination. Like whether it's hand-eye coordination or whether it's just like you in the physical space, understanding where you are in the physical space. I that's fixable. You could change. The change is possible. It's just like just saying like, oh well, I'm like me. I'm not the most organized person. I'm an unorganized person. I'm chaotic at times. Um, but I do like structure. It's not like I reject structure. It helps me as an unorganized person. So when I do have structure, it's nice. But there's some things that feel more natural to not have a set in stone structure. You know what I mean? Like art, right? Creating art. Sometimes for me, it's I can't just have a 9 to 5 job where I'm supposed to be doing like the things will come. the creative ideas will come naturally and develop when they do. But am I gonna wait forever until those creative things set in stone? No, I'm gonna like at least like be like, okay, I want to make something. Like I need to make something. I need to do something. Like yeah, I could just be calling myself, well, I am a person who only operates in bursts, which is not true. I don't know. What would I say for this scenario? Like, oh, I can't. It's just saying I can't. I think it's saying like I can't. Like, oh, I can't work a corporate job. You know, like I can't. But I obviously can. I'm just gonna hate it. uh, I don't know, y'all. I don't know labels. Um, I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. Uh, like, is what I'm saying making sense, or are there like logical flaws that like I'm just not catching? I'm just spitballing everything right now. I'm not editing this. I'm just throwing this there. So me and my thought process and my mistakes. Me acknowledging I'm acknowledging some of my mistakes as well. So it's just like I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Labels can help identify and yada yada yada. That was a little ramble. Um, I guess that's it. I have nothing else to. I just thought about this and I just pressed record.